everyone. I am here with my illustrious team leader, Toya Stevenson. We are talking about bold and why it's so important for agents to get involved. Toya, tell us a little bit about bold
Okay.
and what you think is most important about it and why agents should go.
So, as most of you all know, I'm very passionate about Bold. I am probably been, this is my ninth year with Keller Williams. I've taken Bold about 5 times. This will be my sixth time taking Bold. The reason I feel so passionate about it is because of what Bold does for your business. The people mostly see Bold and they're like, I don't even know what it stands for, but Bold stands for business objectives and it's building a life by design. And if you think about a life by design and not by default, which is one of the bold laws, it really is how do you want your life to be? And part of that is fueling it in your business because we know that if you do well in your business and you make the money that you're looking at money, you can have and create a life by design. So bold does that. It's powerful because it first starts with mindset, and I don't think that there's a course that we really take a lot in real estate that deals with both mindset as well as logistics in real estate.
Right.
Meaning focusing on real estate at a very high level, being accountable. And when you have that type of accountability and the energy that comes together with people that are all focused on the main objective, which is their goal. However, you're putting the steps in place and it's an action-based class. So
Awesome.
here's what it looks like. It's 8 weeks. You take the first step, and I tell people the first step is you come in and you hear about it, if you don't already know about Bold. And during that time, you get to meet your Bold coach. Now, your Bold coach is from MAPS, which is the coaching arm of KW International. They actually fly in because most of them don't live in your area. But they coach people across the board. And they actually use Bold as one of their teaching opportunities. So you have a coach who's already a mastery coach, coaching agents at every level. And they are actually coming in and they're the instructor for Bold. And they are our accountability partners. But what's so cool about having not just one accountability partner, we partner in teams. And so when you actually come in and decide, hey, I'm going to take Bold, everyone that participates in Bold is now placed in a team. And the team varies in production level. So it's not like you have all of the highest producing agents on this side and the middle producing agents here. We're all together. So we're mixed in. So it's a very good mix so you can learn from one another. And I love that part about it. The cool thing is typically you come in every week and you report your numbers. So Bold requires that you make 20 contacts a day. And the old version of Bold, it would have to be over the phone. The new version of Bold, because we are in the age of social media, a contact can be a text message. So they've made it pretty applicable and they've revised it to where it's more agent-centric to where we are today in today's business world. If that makes sense.
Makes plenty of sense.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest, this would be my first time attending Bold.
Okay.
This coming March 25th is when it starts, right?
Absolutely, that's the first step.
So what I would like others to know, and I'm sure they have this question, so for, let's say, a new person,
Yes.
a seasoned person even, what is it that you think that a new agent would take away, or what would be their biggest takeaway? And then for a seasoned person who's been around the block a while, what could they get from attending such an event like Bold?
So those are two very good questions because they're at every spectrum of real estate. So for your new agents, I'll use, for example, Liana Wallace. She was new in our market center about 2 years ago. And she's one of many of our new agents that have taken. She just stands out because she was on a panel this past Saturday and shared her Bold experience that she took Bold. And as a new agent, she said, I didn't even know how to do real estate.
Wow.
She said, I was new to real estate, didn't know how to do real estate. However, and she was working full time. It allowed her to be able to focus on real estate. And I think that as a new person coming into the industry it's hard. Most of us are dual career. We have something else going on. We aren't always, in a position to where we can come in and say, I've got 6 to 8 months worth of savings and I'm going to do real estate full time. That's not our life. And I want to say that wasn't yours either.
It wasn't.
It wasn't mine.
I started and I was part-time when
That's right.
I first got started 4 years ago.
Absolutely.
Right.
So if you're, as a new agent, if you're really looking to fast forward and to catapult your career and really get started in Bold with real estate, Bold is an excellent course for you to take. I think Ignite is a great course for you to take. I think Ignite teaches you the logistics from going from how to write a contract, how to do a listing presentation, all of those things, the fundamentals. This teaches you how to get your psyche right. And so to me, when you're coming in, mainly we have all come into this because we want to run our own business. We don't want someone else telling us how much we can make and how many hours we need to put in to either make the money that we want to make. So if you are a new agent, it's an excellent opportunity for you to be able to, one, push yourself, because it does push you, and we need that push. Most of us as a new agent, we're not in coaching, so we don't have that. But for 8 weeks, you really are in a coaching program. So you have the benefit of that. The other part is that as a new agent, we may not have the opportunity to sit down with agents that are doing it at a high level. So now you have that spectrum. You have that opportunity to mastermind and find out what other top agents are doing. But more importantly, you get to find out more about yourself. And that's where I say mindset, because we come in with a mindset on, I want to be in real estate and it's easy. When we finally get here, we figure out it's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. However, if you put habits in place and every week you're reporting those habits, it makes you do it. So it's that action that's now put with the mindset that had to get you there to get your psyche right, to say, I can do it. And then you have other agents that are saying, I can do it too, we can do it together. And so it's that energy or synergy that allows us to connect and be able to meet our goals effectively. And here's the thing that I will share with people. You're going to invest in real estate one way or the other. If you're in real estate, you've already made an investment because A, you're paying a brokerage to be a part of them. You pay board dues. So I tell people the fastest thing that you want to do as a new agent is be able to recoup what you've already invested. You went to pre-license course, all of that, and you may say, well, that's $799. I don't have that. No, you're right. $799 is nothing to sneeze at. But here's what I would say. I would say that if you're serious about doing real estate and that's one of your goals, and you want to be able to make the money that you want to make, because we all have a goal in mind financially of how much money we want to make it, at the end of the year. I would say you would spend $799 or at least that to go on vacation. And a vacation gives you nothing but a vacation. Enjoyment. What if you changed it and you shifted to investing yourself? It is another investment, but the return on that investment, you will get 10 times more.
I like the way that sounds.
Yes, and let me tell you why, because one, you're in a room full of people. We always talk about, and these agents are not just agents that are here in our market center. These are agents that are coming from different areas in Atlanta. And they don't necessarily work your area. So number one, you get to know other people where you could do what? Referral business. You have 40 to 80 agents in a room that you can do referral business to. So that's one aspect. But the other part is because of the habits and the actions that you're doing to work on your database, which we all have that. If you have a phone, you have a database. You're able to be able to now start having the conversation. Because most new people don't know what to say or how do I get out of my comfort zone to talk about real estate to my friends, let alone strangers. So they teach you that. And they teach you how to have scripts. So now I've got scripts. I practice. I have a team that rallies and supports me. I have accountability because I'm tracking my numbers. And I really I have an opportunity to get referral business.
Wow, that's like the recipe for success, huh?
It is.
Wow.
It is.
That's nice.
Yeah, and then you mentioned about someone who's seasoned. again, I told you I took Bold about 5, this will be my 6th time taking it. Every time I take it, I get something different. So this is Bold 2.0. So that means they revised it. So
Okay.
we're in a age right now, and I think our industry is in this shift to where before it was the traditional way of doing real estate. Pick up the phone, we're gonna call expires for
Right.
sale by owners. What I love that they've done is that they put a wealth building component in there.
Mhm.
So I love talking about that because I think if you're not talking about wealth building and that's not a constant conversation for you,
Right.
you'll never be able to get to where you wanna be financially.
Okay.
It has to be a constant conversation. So they've included a wealth building component.
Okay.
They've also included, how do we make it easy? So remember I talked about text messages.
Mhm.
You can now, I mean, that is, if you ask any millennial, they don't pick up the phone and use it to have a conversation, they text.
Right.
But we text as well, because you can probably get a faster response versus with a text message than you could if you were actually doing a phone call.
Right.
So we've just they've made it a lot easier for us to learn how to do business in the way in which we communicate anyway.
Right.
So they've taken communication and how we communicate today versus how we communicated 15, 20 years ago, to what's relevant now in the marketplace. So
Wow.
I think as someone who takes something, it's almost like when you go work out. I always tell people, you just work a different muscle. So once you get your cardio going, you may then incorporate weightlifting,
Okay.
which is going to give you a different result. So if you are someone who's a seasoned agent, it taps into something else that you need for right now. Because in
Mhm.
your career, you're going to go through different stages where you need different things. So for you, I know you've mastered for sale by owners.
Yes.
You feel comfortable with that. It may not have been something that you always felt comfortable with, but over the few years, that's what you've worked on.
Right.
So it's not to say that that skill set goes away. It may be, how are you equally as good as working your database? And I don't know if you are or not, but it focuses on that skill set.
Right.
Or it could be someone who says, you know what, I get in my own way, in terms of, just not being open to really thinking really big.
Mhm.
And my goals have kind of always been like this over the years.
Right.
Now I really want to have that quantum leap in my business.
Mhm.
And so I think that Bold does that because, again, it focuses on mindset first.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
Toya, I really appreciate the time
Oh, you
you've
are so
taken
welcome.
with me.
Thank you.
And I think this is gonna help a lot of people out there that are maybe on the fence about taking Bold.
Absolutely.
Or maybe, just not quite decided about paying the $7.99.
Absolutely.
And not seeing the value, but I'm hoping
Mhm.
that there's a lot of value there, which I'm sure there will be for
It
me.
is.
Like I said, it's my
Yeah.
first time, but if nothing else, you've been an awesome team leader.
Thank
And
you.
an inspiration for us all.
Yes, and you guys are the same for me. And what I'm more excited about, Lamar, is that it is in our market center.
Yes,
And
yes,
that's the part
big
that I
one. We
can't
got it here.
stress. We have it here. We are making sure that we do need enough participants in order to hold it here. So our threshold, the minimum amount of people that we need in order to take Bold so that we can have it in our market center
Okay.
is 40. 40 people. And so
Okay.
you'll see emails that go up that's saying, this week we need 10 more people. So every week we're adding on. So if you're on the fence about Bold, have a conversation with me. Have a conversation with, Marcus Howell just took Bold, Brenda Dollar just took Bold, and they can tell you about Bold 2.0.
Okay.
However, if you just want to know about Bold in general, how it changes lives, Eric Helm has taken Bold, Angela Ham has taken Bold. We have so many different people that have taken Bold, and I'm just kind of thinking of people top of mind.
Right.
But I do believe that this is our season. I do believe that we are in a unique situation because of what's going on in our market, in South Fulton, in East Point College Park, all of that growth and development. And so it gives us an opportunity to be able to own our backyard.
Wow.
Absolutely. Because I tell people, you spend in real estate 2 places, at home and in the office.
Right.
And if you're really trying to get to the next level in your business, whether you are new or seasoned, it doesn't matter. I always ask people, what's the one action-based course or training that you're gonna take this year that will make all the difference in your business. And I will tell you, Bold every year is that course.
That course. Now, I got one last question
Sure.
for you. So, are agents that are not part of Keller Williams
Yes,
invited?
absolutely.
Can they attend too?
Oh my goodness, this is not a KW course.
Oh, wow.
It is not KW. We don't even talk about Keller Williams in the course.
Okay.
Yes, this is let me tell you, and so here's the thing that is so cool about all of this. If you have people that you like and love and you know that they're on the same, they're trying to do the same thing that you're doing, and that is to build their business, anyone is welcome to take
Wow.
Bold. I shared it with a young lady that I consulted with on Friday, last Friday, and sent her the information. I'm hopeful that she's coming in to take Bold with us, and she's with a totally different company.
Awesome, okay,
So it's not KW specific, it was just created by Keller Williams.
okay.
But we are in an industry to where we need to do good business. We need to do good business with people that we know.
Gotcha.
And part of doing good business is to be top of your game.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, last question, how does someone sign up for Bold?
Oh, that's a great question. So every other day, there is a link, an email that's sent out. So if you just actually type in your browser or your email address, Bold, you'll see that the registration links are there. And there are two links. There's a first step link that only gets you to the first step. That part is free. And then there's the link that's links 2 through 7, because again, this is an 8-week course, so that's the paid version. And so for that, that's where you'll have to register and pay the full version. We do need more people to sign up for the second link. You need to sign up for both, but we need people to pay in order for us to be able to host it here.
Okay.
And we are on a short deadline, so we're hopeful that people will, take that tax refund money.
Right.
You're doing your taxes, take that. Better yet, talk to some of your alliance partners that you've done business with or that want to do business with you. Ask to help them chip in on Bold. That's how you make this work. You don't have to pay the full $7.99. Think about who wants to do business with you or who has done business with you and ask them to pay for a portion of it.
That's
And you can ask
interesting.
2 or 3 people.
That's interesting, because I never thought about asking.
Absolutely. And here's the easy script. This is what it does for them. If they invest in you and your business is growing and now you've got more deals going, you're gonna send it right back to them.
There you go.
So that's their
It's a
investment.
win-win.
It's a win-win. I love it. It is a
Alright.
win-win.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much again.
I appreciate you.
You've
Lamar.
given us some awesome information.
Awesome.
And I'll see you at Bold.
See you at Bold.